Hello, everyone. So, welcome to the talk show College2Corporate. And as usual, we used to have one guest, and the whole purpose of this talk show to give you guys who are just college pass out, about to pass out, or if you have just started your career but not getting the proper guidance. So the whole aim of this talk show College2Corporate to give you guys the proper guidance, what you should do and why you should do. And just to take these specific 2 points, what you should do, why you should do, to just give the hope in this context, we used to have one by one the professionals who are working in the core IT sector, and we used to just take their experience, and we are going to just get from their experiences that hope, okay, if they can do it, we can do it. And to just continue that, we have our today's guest. And let me tell you about our today's guest, what exposure he have in IT. So before I'll just announce his name, he's having around 20 years of exposure in the IT, and specifically in the critical assignment in the form or term of process. He did the Ph.D, the MTech, and many more basically. And we'll be just definitely going to just get from him about all these what he is, and just without wasting more time, just let us welcome. And the name for this guest, my guest is Dr. Shirshendu Roy. So welcome, Shirshendu, in our talk show, and it's my pleasure to just have my guest in form of you. Yeah, so I would like to give little introduction from yourself, and then we will continue.
Thank you, Upendra, for being in the panel for discussion corporate to campus corporate. This patients you are doing different people who are working in the IT sector long. But before going, introduce myself. More than 20 years of experience in
guys, it seems some of the maybe net connectivity issue or some technical glitch. So just wait for few seconds or maybe a minute, and just we are trying to get him back. So just
I started
yeah.
So I was college, that is it. So I used to learn coding and everything. And I went in the college and I started my career as a technical officer I was in the college, one was statistics and quality. And when I was in here, so I did a presentation. By chance, I met my professor, and he told me that there are so many technical presentations for your this final examination. Why you will some non which is very important organization. He took 2 or 3 different classes in the process, and I thought that it might be a good idea to have some seminar on process. So I was thinking of that, what kind of the thing that we can discuss in the seminar in the industrial engineering. And I found that at the time, 2001 came into the picture. They were asking me. So I go to and Then I presentation of my students and all. I don't trust that teacher excited after having the particular presentation, which is exactly opposite to that. I never wanted to the subject, and she's the one who said from the technical background, is telling something and not taking some subject, and he may not be each and everything. But I had the confidence that yes, I have learned.
Yeah, guys. So bear with us again due to some of this technical glitch. Dr. Shirshendu is just on and off. So just we can wait for a few seconds rather. Okay.
Then I went for the process, and after this different and national and international award, I thought that maybe it's time for me to go for higher education, because at the point of the time I wanted to reshape my career from manufacturing organization to something in the process centric. I'm trying process centric in some other different organizations. So I was searching that actually institute is providing degree.
Again, we just dropped off. We can wait for maybe few more seconds and yeah, so just he was sharing basically his journey, what exactly he had just come through when he started his career, what processes basically he would like to implement in the system and how he was just going towards that. Okay, so just let's wait for he just came in. So yeah, Srishandu, just it seems some network issues. So, are you getting me? My voice, is it okay?
Yes, yes, I'm getting you. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe due to some network stuff, the voice is not coming clear. So we will go just a small short way. And the next question is just let us just share to start with your career, because see the whole aim for this particular discussion to what exactly are younger generation who just passed out and are struggling to get into job, or they are into IT career but not core IT. Maybe few of them are from the support background they are doing. So just can you please share your struggle to start with your career, point number one, and what you did to overcome with that?
Okay. So hope I'm audible, right?
Yes, yes, now it's okay, much better.
Okay. Okay. So what happened actually when I started my career at that point of the time, it was the time of boom of the IT, right? So everybody was trying to get into it. But as from the I had the background from the core engineering background, and I don't had any idea or exposure in the IT. So it was very challenging task for me to make entry in this particular field, right? So most of the people actually thinking that for someone from core engineering background won't be suitable for our IT related activity. Then what I thought that to make myself equipped with the IT organizations, right? I need to learn something which is very relevant for the IT, right? Then I took multiple trainings, went into different organizations who are actually at that point of the time providing different types of the courses related to IT. So at that point of time, I learned the few languages, right? C, C++, and also I started learning Visual Basic. And one of the thing I must say that is very important for the people who are job aspirants to look for the database part, because database is playing a huge role. I have seen, it is my experience that database is playing a huge role in the overall IT systems, right? Because this is the date of the data, right? And people are actually managing their data, want to secure their data, and placing their data their internal as well as external purpose. So having said that, we have a large volume of the data. So keeping managing this large volume of the data using the different database technology and modern data, I must say that modern database technology is very important for the organizations right now, and that is the need of the time. So one of the things that database is very important, skills in the database is important. Why this is important, I'll tell you. Because you can see that currently people are working, looking for the different types of the jobs like the AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, because they are extracting meaningful information from a large volume of the data set. So basic thing is that we should have some database, and and at the point, this is the age of the cyber. So security of the cyber system is also very important. So database security. So database plays a pivotal role in today's IT world. And trust me, learning database is not a very difficult task like other things. So I feel that people having the zeal and having basic knowledge of IT and computer systems with specific guidance, who from a particular person who has a huge knowledge and sound knowledge, and working for exposure and experience of the database system, can learn a lot. And if you can learn many things about the database, and it will help you to develop your career not only in the database sector, but also database is playing a very important role in the data science. You can easily go for the data science, for data visualization, machine learning, and also in the IoT. So you can start with learning database, and uh, after learning the database, you can gradually shift towards the different types of the connected areas which are connected to the database systems. Okay,
Okay,
that is
great.
the thing, and
Yeah.
that is true for person having the computer background, IT background, or non-IT background, because database is such a subject anyone having different background can learn if they have a proper guide for guiding them. So having a proper guide in this area is very important. You need to find it out who is the proper guide, who can spend time with you and resolve your personal queries. That is also very important.
Okay, great.
So you can
Thanks.
start with this section.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Shirshendu. So, what exactly a message I got that if you are not from the core IT, still you will able to build your career in the core IT. And for that, to start with, what Dr. Shirshendu just advised us that you have to start with the basic skill. And after that, you can just go and just whatever your interest area, it may be database, it may be data science, AI, or cyber security. And one of the core part, what he advised, it's a database, one of the main thing, because it's depend on the data, maybe analytics, maybe data science. So if you have the knowledge of database, it is going to help you a lot. Now, coming back to one
Yes.
more question related to that, Dr. Shirshendu, is when you started your career, okay, because here we have to be transparent so people will able to relate. What are the challenge? Because you are also from not hardcore IT, right? So you just build your career, and now you are just IT and just beyond. You can say that means the process and all those related stuff. You are working for core IT company. Now the question to you is, what maybe 2 to 3 challenges you faced, or what was there in your mind saying that, okay, I don't have the core IT skill and I want to switch. So what are the few point was there in your mind, and what you have done to overcome that part?
Okay. So that is a very valid question, because when I, during my MTech study, when I started looking for the job after my when I was just coming out of the ISI, so there are very plenty of IT organizations like and most of the IT organizations are looking for the students who are having the IT background or maybe good knowledge of IT systems, right? So in our batch also there are very promising and very vibrant students who are from the IT background and having the knowledge of the IT systems and IT processes. So they got the opportunity in the first time, first rounds of the placement. So I was not getting the proper opportunity for placing myself within the different IT organization. So what I did, right? I tried to find out what is the my strong skill, right? What are the knowledge I have and which are relevant for the IT industry, right? Then I identified that I have the knowledge of the processes, ISO related things, which are very relevant for the ISO. Also, I know the Six Sigma. I have fair amount of the idea about the Six Sigma because I had my senior professors who taught me the basics and intermediate level of the Six Sigma. So I had a fair amount of the knowledge about Six Sigma. So I can apply for that position. Also, during my career tenure at ISI, I learned database software engineering. So I tried to brush up all these areas which may be relevant for the IT organization and started sitting in the different interviews with confidence that now I know this area. That means I know database, I know C++ programming, and I have a fair amount of idea and knowledge about software processes. That is the software engineering and ISO processes and Six Sigma. So I'm quite well equipped with those kind of the job. So then what happened? So then one company called HL Technologies came. And also I had some, as I told that I was working for an organization. So I had the exposure for providing the training also, right? So those things together, I developed my, overall portfolio. And when one company called Excel Technologies came in the campus, and they were asking for similar questions in the similar end. Who can provide this kind of the training? Yes, I can provide. So your knowledge about ISO. So definitely I told answered most of the questions related to ISO and the Six Sigma. So it was a I can say that it was a very good interview, and they are also very happy. And they at the spot they offered me that yes, it will be great if you can join us. Yes, that was the thing I was just looking for because at that point of the time I needed only one. It was like my platform ticket because I needed only entry, right? Entry pass for entering to the IT world, and I knew if I can make my entry in the IT world, I can learn the thing that which are doing happening in the IT world, and I'm most confident about on me that yes, if people can learn because people who are working in the IT, they all of them are not from the core IT field, right? They are from the different diverse background. I know many people, so if they can learn thing while working, so I'll be definitely able to learn, and that was the deal. So each and every student should have the zeal that I know these things. If I get the opportunity, I'll be able to learn and I'll be able to perform, right? And one of the things that I'll advise the students because at that I love the process kind of the thing. I love the statistics and I love the quality control. So all these things are my area of passion area. Okay, so what I'll advise the student that you do whatever you love to do, right? And try to find someone who is willing to pay for that because if there is a no job satisfaction, you join and start looking into another job, you will continue to hopping from one job to another job because you will not get the job satisfaction, and unless and until you don't have the job satisfaction, it will be very difficult for you to continue to your job. So my advice, do what you love to do and find someone who is willing to pay for that, right? But to start with, you need to do something, right? So I'll advise you that I already advised that database and data science are the booming area, and learning the data science will give you the advantage over in entering into the data area of the data science because next few years will be the year of data science, artificial intelligence, data visualization, everything. So that will be a good area for looking into. So if you are in the college or you are passing out from the college, so don't waste your time. Invest your time in the proactive kind of the activity and develop your skill because college you go through the different types of the lectures that builds your concept, that creates the base for your knowledge. Now, whenever you are learning something, that means you are equipped your skill, right, and developing your own competence. And skill and competency are very important for getting a right type of the job which suits you better, and that will give you the utmost happiness. And happiness is very important, and job satisfaction is very important for continuing your job for a long time.
Great. Thanks, Dr. Shirshendu. Now, related to that question, when you were replying saying that, okay, whatever your passion is there and just learn the skill, right? So, while just studying in college, we are just getting the knowledge only, not the skill, right? So, what exactly you would like to advise to our students saying that how to acquire skill after college, immediate college, because companies are looking for the skill mostly. So what advice, how at least they can start? Can you give some point on that?
Yes. So, currently, earlier, what happening? The people are hiring, organizations are hiring the students, hiring the freshers, and giving them the training. But now they are having that change that mindset. So they are trying to pick up the people with the right skills, right? So what I will advise you that whenever you are in the college, right? In the college, you are learning, you are getting the right pieces of the information, and you are building the knowledge. So with the college, when you are studying in the college, you find some places where they are you'll find there are different places, right, where people are giving the practical training, hands-on training that improves your skill. So enroll on those courses, right? So I'll advise you that when you are studying in the college, simultaneously you also join some courses which are practical in nature. So in college you will be learning, and in the those institute will be implementing, which will be the concept. So college will develop your concept, and the institutes will again enhance your concept and help you to implement your concept into the real life, which will enhance your skills and competency eventually, right? So, and whenever you are equipped with skills and competency and you go for an interview, definitely you will be able to answer most of the questions, and you will be able definitely you will be able to impress the interviewer, because they are looking for the practical knowledge and the practical skills and competence, that what you have done, right? And they are not interested in what you know. So you should also know that I know this and I can do it. That is very important. That is the reason I will advise you to go for some training while simultaneously when you are working in the college. That will help you to place yourself in a right place.
Yeah, great advice, Dr. Sanu. So yeah, everyone. So if I'll conclude it in a few seconds, saying that if you are already just doing your graduation or maybe about to finish, you have to parallelly go and search for any company who are, or any training organization who are just giving the skill-based training, and just enroll. So by the end of the maybe campus, or maybe after ending your college, you are ready with the knowledge degree with skill, and that is going to give you a very broad perspective in your career, or in just getting into job as soon as possible. Now, here this one common thing, again related to same related question, because these are the basic question I personally used to get a lot. So I would like to, maybe it's the same type of question only. Now, thing is that everybody is saying that, sir, I just passed out 2 year back, and just last 1.5, 2 year, approx 1.5, approx 2 year going to be, and due to pandemic, we have 2 year gap, and companies are looking for what? The experience 2-3 years. So how they can just overcome with this real situation, what we all are knowing what is going on. So any small advice you'd like to go, how to proceed with that? Because I know this question's answer will just change a lot of, you can say, guys' career as a fresher.
Yes. So, it is very unfortunate that due to pandemic, placement is not having in a proper way. And as it has twofold impact. First of all, that students are not getting job, and in the organizations, we are not getting the students, right? So this is a problem for the both sides. So what I will suggest the students that if you are not have any job, you don't have any job, still you are pass out from the your college, so don't get nervous, don't get panic, because this is the situation, it is not for you. This is the common situations and people are going through that. Okay, so you can use that, and also another thing is that don't get frustrated and don't think too much, right? If you think too much, that will create unnecessary tension. Okay, and it will create unnecessary stress on it. So rather than use this particular time, and take this as a blessing of the God, and use this particular time for developing yourself, right? Invest this time for developing yourself. So what you can do, right? So you can do two things. Okay, as a technical person, definitely I will advise you, look for some the organizations, like look from for some the companies who are providing practical training, implementation training, projects, right? Work on the different types of the projects where they are providing from top to bottom, and starting to end, that how a real project goes on. You will get the feel of that particular project. You will be able to develop something, and which you can speak whenever you will have interview. Yes, I don't have any corporate exposure, I don't have any practical exposure, but I have worked in this project, and I know that these are the processes, these are the things are happening in a project, and I know this kind of the tools which are used in this particular project for defect management, this kind of the tool for code management, that I have used GitHub, I know VSS, I know CVS, right? I know Jira, that people are using this for the defect management and task management. So if you can talk in that particular line, whoever is taking his interview definitely will be impressed. At the same time, okay, this is for the technical part, and also at the same time, I'll request you, I'll advise you to go for some personality and professional development courses also. Means that you need to take some soft skill also, right? Not only the technical skill. A professional needs very soft skill also, and that is very important for today's life. Okay, so whenever you are preparing for the technical skills, working on the different practical projects, you also enroll yourself for different soft skill training. On you can go for the different soft skill training, online training. There are so many free online courses. You enroll yourself, learn the soft skills, and particularly what need you should do and what you should not. Right? Because you, from the corporate, from the campus, you will be joining to the corporate. So there are many things that you need to know before you go for joining for a corporate. So how you will be attending some interview, what will be your answer. So these things are well explained in the different soft skill courses, and this course, most of these courses are free. So if you have any chance to attend those soft courses, attend those soft courses. And always I suggest you to read different books which are very helpful and which will help you to develop you personally and professionally.
Okay, great. So this is a really great piece of advice, Dr. Shirshendu. So conclusion is, with your technical knowledge, skill, what you are getting by the process, what Dr. Shirshendu advised, you have to give some time on your non-technical skill also. That is maybe soft skill, what he suggested. So invest some good amount of time on that, and that will give you different level of confidence. That will just give you altogether new perspective of your career. Okay, so now related to that, just this is my personal question, because again this question comes from the student what I used to interact with. That, sir, I have 2 year gap, and do company consider me as a, means they call me for the interview and those kind of situations. So what your personal thing means, how are they going to get call from company if they will give what I understood that you are suggesting, just do some POC and put in the CV, I have done these, maybe Jira, maybe whatever technical terms, and you have the idea. So are they going to get call from the companies, maybe mid segment, big company? What is your personal thought or take on that?
Yes, yes, I have seen that when people are sharing their CVs, right? Because the people, the person who is reviewing the CV, he or she is also a human being, right? And they also understand that the situation, what is the current scenario, why people are having 2 years gap, 3 years gap. So we also know that there are definitely some reasons behind that, right? At the same time, we try to understand, yes, definitely there is a gap of 2 years, but what he or she has done during this, how he or she has utilized this particular time, either developing himself or herself, or spending the time looking for the job. Because finding the job is, yes, it is important, but at the same time it is important to grow yourself, learn, add skill sets to your CV. Because CV is the first thing that people look, and based on CV people will select you for the interview. So if you have many things in the CV to mention, and also you can share the link of the POC, that I have developed this app and this is available in the Google Store, Play Store, right? I have developed this POC and this is available in the GitHub. So if you can give this type of the link, that also create that also give the confidence to the people, recruiter, that yes, this particular person is giving the link and it is working, and whatever he or she is saying, it's correct. Because maybe he or she is not employed for the last couple of years, but have done a magnificent job, very good job, and have a good skill set which you are looking for. Also, whenever people see your CV with this kind of the thing, and they are also very impressed, because they people are looking for the employee who are having the right learning attitude. Because this is a very dynamic age, right? Today some technology is there, and tomorrow it won't, say some technology will replace it. So this is called the technical disruption, technology disruption. And if you look into the situation, that earlier we used to have the cameras, digit names, etc., but digital camera actually show up everything, right? And now mobile, and we all have the mobile phones and camera with mobile phone, and hardly few people are using the digital camera. And people, professional photographer, only use the DSLR and this type of the camera, but hardly few people are having the digital camera nowadays. So there is a continually technological disruption.
True. Okay, it seems a little bit technical glitch. So just let me reiterate what Dr. Shirshendu was saying. Thanks, Shirshendu. Just concluding what you have just suggested. So it's really good news for the person professional who don't have job right now for last 2 year or 2.5 years. So as per advice, no need to be panicked. Recruiter are aware that this situation. So be ready with your POC from the beginning only. Dr. Shirshendu was just suggesting, do something related to POC. What you have done, what is the proof? No need to work for company, but whatever you have done, how you spend your time, maybe 1.5 year, 2 year, what all other things you have to showcase, whichever stuff you have worked on in your CV, and recruiter are going to allow you, at least give you a chance to sit for the interview. So that is really great news, and it's a handful of guys, at least I personally know, who is watching or maybe watching in just coming days. They will feel relaxed. If you have the gap, still you are having very, very good chance to get into job, get into call, provided you have done few handful of POC. Now, Dr. Shirshendu, one more again related question is, people are confused. Just like you only mentioned that, okay, database is good, IoT is good, data science is good, analytics is good. Now, how we will, because we don't know, most of us don't know what is there in the data science, what is there in the analytics. As a fresher, I'm talking about what is there in the database. Because people like me, to start with, I used to, database is what? Maybe Notepad is a database. But that is, yes, small form, but it's a much more beyond that. So what exactly advice you will give? Like questions coming saying that, sir, who will advise me? So where they should go to take advice? Because they are right now for 1.5, 2 years, they are sitting idle at home. Who all the person professional, maybe experienced person like you, how they are going to get access to personality like you, so they can get some guidance? So any advice on that, where they should go to take at least advice? That is the one line question.
This is a very important question, Upendra, because for each and everyone, whenever you see someone is doing it. So it is pleasure that she is very successful. But if you look into detail, that you'll find that each and very good in their respective field. All of them have some mentor, right? You should have some mentor, right? Right people, right kind of the people, right set of the people. You need to have someone who will be guiding you. Okay, because the role of the mentor is pivotal. They play a very important role of your career, and they will always show the right path. I'll give you some example. When I was in outside, so I had one professor called Dr. Prashun Kumar Das, right? So he used to be taking our class for the he used to take class for the quality management systems, and from that we had a very good relationship. And through I'm very happy to say and that from the college that ISI time we are very close to each other, and sir is very kind enough, and he is serving as a role of the mentor for me and giving me the advice. And still now, right? I'm actually calling him, going to his place for having his valuable suggestion. So we need some mentor, for each and everyone. Everyone should need some mentor who will be able to guide them in the right direction. Because why it is required? Because whenever you can, identify that which skill set is in hot demand. Because you need to go to the Naukri or other job portal, and you will find that which skill set has large demand, right? And you know that from the job portal that this skill set has a large demand. But who is the people, who is the person will suggest you whether you are suitable for going for that particular line or particular not? Because you have some basic skill set, you have some basic inclination, right? And you have some previous experience or knowledge. Based on everything, that person help you to find out that which area will be suitable, promising for you in the future, and where you can give your best. And if you give your best effort, then the outcome will be best. So you need some mentor, right? So I will be requesting you or suggesting you, if you have some person who is willing to mentoring you, okay, please with
Yeah.
that person, and selecting him as a mentor or not, it is your decision, right? But just talk to that person, because someone who is very kind-hearted, this is the time when people, each and every people has limited time, right? And the person who is approaching you to guide you, giving his time or hard time for betterment of your career, for developing your career, for constructing or reconstructing your career, maybe he is a good person from the core of the heart, because he is willing to spend time for you. Because you cannot measure the value of the time with the money, right? So the person who is willing to pay spend time for you, just listen to him, speak to him, and whether you will be selecting him or her as a mentor is your decision. But just have a speak. Maybe that discussion or maybe that talk can change your life, right?
Wow.
So
That is
you should
really,
try to find out some mentor.
yeah, that is a really great point, Dr. Shirshendu. Yes, so point is what the conclusion is, because I need to conclude because due to network glitch, some sound was just distracting. So conclusion is we all should have mentor. And where to find mentor? Definitely you have to just look around. Around means, at least nowadays, around means all social media. And nobody at least can tell, okay, for social media, any other thing better than our LinkedIn. So if you are having little inclination, maybe in database, maybe cloud, maybe data science, or whichever the top 5 technology, at least advice is to have mentor. Where to get mentor? Just go and search the profile in the LinkedIn. Try to just request that gentleman, maybe having maybe 8, 10, 15, 20 years of experience, maybe like Dr. Shirshendu. So request him, sir, I need guidance. And maybe everybody is busy, as I know, and Dr. Shirshendu also mentioned saying that yes, everybody don't have that time, but somebody will definitely respond to your request, and he will be just ready to give some of the other guidance, and that is going to change your entire career. So yes, that's what I got and conclude for this whatever statement Dr. Shirshendu mentioned. have mentor related to whichever technology you are having inclination. Okay, now moving to the next question. Yeah, we are about to just finish. We are having maybe 5 minutes approx. So the next question is coming that as Dr. Shirshendu mentioned some time back, saying that yes, everybody should have that non-technical skill, soft skill, and he mentioned something about book. So this question is personally to Dr. Shirshendu, that which book gave or made big impact, positive impact in your career, and that book is definitely not the technical book. So any top 1 or 2 book that change your thought process related to your entire career? Career means definitely personal, professional, both way development. And you would like to advise that impact to the viewer, mostly the students. So yeah, book.
So yes, that is very important. That reading is a very good habit, right? So I must say that there are 2 books which are very important. I think that one book is, first book is that Yes You Can by Shiv Khare. Huh? That is the Indian author, and the book is very well written, lucid, and with a simple English. You can buy it, purchase it. This book. This is a very good book, and I think this is a bestseller book also. And another thing is the Stephen Covey's.
Missed it. You can win, you said, right? By Shiv
Yes,
Khera?
yes, yes, you can.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Go
you
ahead.
can.
Next.
And
Yes,
second
you
one
can.
is the Yes, you can. And second book is Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So these are the
Wow.
very good book, very good book. You just go through these 2 books, and I'm sure that this book will change your entire life. Your,
Wow.
what you are thinking about your life, right? So just go through this book. This book are amazing. So please read this book. And I have gone through this book, and I have benefited from this book. So please go
Okay.
through this book. This is a very good
Yes.
book.
Yeah. So Yes You Can by Shiv Khera, right? That is the first book you mentioned.
Yes.
Okay. So hope that small piece of advice also it's going to make your thought process in a different level. And now I'm just coming to the last part of question, and that question is related to, as a whole, yes, we spent around 40 minutes of time already. As a whole, Dr. Shirshendu, people are saying that, okay, you did PhD, right? Means MTech,
Yes.
then PhD, and you are into IT. Handful of professional are means already achieved very big, and they have not so profound BTech or B or those degree. They have simple BA BCom. So what is your thought? Because this question is coming to me on the regular basis, sir. I don't have any technical degree. I have just BA BCom. Okay, and in front of me right now, you have PhD degree. That for me also it's a really great achievement, and you are also in IT. So what is your personal take? If somebody have just BA BCom, can they build their career in core IT?
Yes, I feel so that they can, pursue their career in the IT, because IT is a what I can say, that is a cross-platform technology, right? Cross-platform discipline. So there are different areas of the IT, which yes, I agree that IT means that IT needs the proficiency in mathematics, IT needs proficiency in other technical things, but there are different areas which do not need any kind of the I feel so that is the mathematics hardcore knowledge in the mathematics, because those areas you need to learn something which are very anybody can learn these areas where you play some syntax, you fetch some data, right? You update some table, create table, pull out data, and also you are looking into the security of the systems, right? I can give you the example that cyber security is a very important, playing a very important role, is going to play a very important role in the next future, right? So, cyber quality is the thing where you need to know the IT network, right? IT network, internet router, internet interaction of the different machines, and also there are different types of the audits that happens in the cybersecurity domain, right? So whenever you are doing audit, you need to know the architecture, you need to know the network. So network and architecture, anybody can learn it, right? And this is not a very tough kind of the thing. And I have seen the people in the having working in the cybersecurity domain, having the become degree, right? Having the knowledge of the become BA and also with the BSc, right? And they are doing very well in that respective field. But at the same time, what I'll suggest you that if you have some become or if you have some BA degree, okay, and working in the IT domain, oh, just there are plenty of the courses, plenty of the distance courses from which you can go for the higher study, and you can have some certification or you can have some degree in the IT, because whenever you are working in the IT field, any degree in the IT will be helpful for you, because it will give you the some advantage over others and mileage for in your career. So you can start with BA, become other degree, start with IT, but after continuing some time, as I already said, that this era is for the lifelong learning. You need to go for higher education, definitely. And you need to go for different courses, certification, as well as if you can go for some, say MCA or other kind of the things, because the system is now flexible. So you can go, there are different colleges recognized by AICT and UGC, where you can do your higher studies, and certification is very much. I feel Upendra will be will be of same opinion, that for keeping your opportunity open, keeping yourself employable, you need to do regular certification in the different new technologies in your working area, and also don't confine yourself into a single domain, single technology, because cross skilling is highly important for keep making you fungible, so that you can work in a different area at the same time, because fungibility is a factor which is making which is differentiating one employee from another employee, right? So cross skilling, fungibility, looking into the fungibility, cross skilling is very important. So my advice will be, don't confine yourself in a single domain, go for the learning into different areas, and apply the learning which apply the knowledge which you have gained during your different courses and learning sessions.
Wow, this is the piece of advice. And this question, Dr. Shirshendu, people used to ask me, sir, I am into this specific domain. If I'll go to maybe data science or database or cloud, my core area will be changed. And now see
So what
what
is
advice
code
I
area?
have from you. Yeah, means core area, suppose they're having in Java. I don't want to change Java. I have to be lifelong Java technology. Don't want to go. So this is great piece of advice. If anyone who is watching this, if you are having that process that I need to just be stick to Java technology only or any specific, you are in trouble. So you have to just whatever you're doing, but you have to go and learn the networking also, learn the database also, if you want to sustain in the IT domain or IT area. Okay,
Because
so
technology is continually changing.
yeah, so that is one of great means myth what most of us, and this is I'm not talking about the fresher, the person professional having 5, 6, 7, 8 years of experience, they are thinking like that. So if you are one of them, please stop thinking, because this advice is coming from the person professional who is having 20 years exposure, PhD, MTech means whatnot, whatever what we are looking for means to validate who is the best judge to give the particular certificate. Definitely PhD and that MTech personality having 20 years of exposure. He is giving this advice to all of us. So that is really great piece of advice. And another good news is what we got from Dr. Shirshendu is, if you have just BA, BCom or BSc, no need to worry. You need to just acquire the skill, have certification. If you want to just uh, get yourself into the recruiter or HR's eyes, do it, and there are high chance you will be getting in. And as he mentioned that he know a lot of guys don't have so-called big maybe PhD or MTech or specific core IT degree, but they are into cybersecurity or maybe database, cloud, and data science domain. So nothing to be worried. Now we are just having 2 minutes and just in 30-second advice. One of the last advice. I know we have gone through each and every point almost, in spite of we are having network glitch. One last piece of advice to the professionals who are pursuing IT or are into IT career. So as a senior, 20 years of exposure, guys, Dr. Shirshendu Roy's advice. Maybe 30-second advice.
Yes, first, this advice is very generic advice, right? I'll request you to be a good human being first, right? Try to be a good human being first. Okay, acquire the skill to be a good human being. If you are a good human being and have the right skill set, everything will come to you. You need not have to go to somewhere. Everything will come to you. But be a good human being first, right?
Wow.
So that is my advice.
Great. Thanks so much, Dr. Shirshendu, and thanks a lot for giving your valuable time. With that time, we means thousands of students got at least a bit piece of maybe peace of mind by just getting like 2 years of gap. Still, you can try, and there are high chances you'll be getting into job. So that is really a great piece of advice. And yeah, thanks a ton. Gratitude to you for just spending some time with us. So thank you, Dr. Shirshendu. Okay. See what exactly? See, it's a great advice from starting from beginning till end. And let me just conclude maybe few points. My personal takeaway. Okay. First thing, you have to. If you don't have any experience, no need to worry. Start doing some POC. Whichever area you would like. Number one, and you will be getting a chance to get into job for sure. Number one, and this is again not from me, what advice we got from our guest. Number two, if you are already having one domain knowledge, don't stick to that domain. Cross platform is needed nowadays, otherwise you will not able to sustain. Again, this advice is not my personal, it's already I can just relate what Dr. Shirshendu gave us. And if you don't have some degree like B.Tech degree, still no need to worry. There are high chance you can get into a job in core IT. And the last one, fourth and last one as a whole, that is really great. First, we have to be good human being. Okay, so that's it, guys, for today's episode from College2Corporate, and hope it make some value to you, your career, and you will just put that advice in your current whatever profession you are doing, and you are going to get benefited. So definitely, just like today, we are going to have another guest in the coming weekend. So till that time, just goodbye and see you